Hey, what's going on, guys? Dr. Sean J. Harris here at Generational Wealth Academy. It is my birthday today. Tara swept me away and put me on a plane and sent me on a date flight. That's one thing we've been talking about over the last year is that instead of just going on date nights, why not take a date flight and still go on a date, but just do it in a different location somewhere different in the world. So she has us here in Miami. We're having a great time. We spent some time on the beach earlier. Man, just coming off a amazing weekend. We had the ribbon cutting for Caden's bus, had the big bus reveals. Many of you guys saw, and many of you guys attended as well. And Tara and I are, even though it's my birthday, guys, I'm always thinking business. I'm always putting my family first. And I was just talking about different angles and trajectory that we're looking to do with everybody's business. Katie's business, Kennedy's business, Tara and I's coaching and consulting company, as well as our other companies. But as we were talking about another project that we're working on, which was another TV show. So at the ribbon cutting, they were doing a TV show. We were filming for 2 TV shows in one event. So that was already dope. But we were talking about this third project that we're working on that's like super epic. It is huge. When I tell you the name of the person that we're working with on this, not everybody, I'll say 85 to 90% of people will know the person that we're talking about. It is huge. So Tara and I, we were just talking about how the bus ribbon cutting, and now Katie's out there with the bus and everything, the economic effect that would cause and create, and the exposure that it would create is going to start giving different opportunities. But we were talking about that one opportunity in particular. This was what time is it, love? It was 5:44 when we were talking. As we were talking, Tara said, let me see what that last ding was on my phone that came through at 5:41. The exact company that we were talking about, who we haven't spoke to probably in about a month and a half now, had emailed us and said that Kennedy and Caden have been accepted for this new project, which is love, what would you call it? Is it a TV show, docu? What would you call it?
A docu-series.
A docu-series specifically on kid entrepreneurs. There were only 6 to 8 kids they were even looking at.
3 to 4.
Okay. Originally, I think our first point is it was like 6 to 8, but they wanted to narrow it down to only do it with 3 to 4 kids. So Kennedy and Caden have both been selected in that small margin, and they want to be able to walk through how the daily operations of their business. They're also talking about funding their companies through different grants and scholarships as well. And this is, again, going to be another project that's going to be on TV as a TV show, so we are super excited about that. And one thing I would say is that we put work in. I think a lot of times people think overnight success is just that. Let me tell you, my personal overnight success took 20 years, 21 years to be exact. A lot of people will look at Caden and Kennedy and say, oh man, look at their businesses. But a lot of times people don't see that they've been doing this since they were 7. Kennedy and Caden both took Toastmaster class when they were 7 years old to start learning some of the soft skills, start learning how to speak in public. So many people talked about Caden and the film crew we've been working on over the last couple months. They said, man, he just speaks so eloquently in front of large crowds, and it's like nothing bothers him. It's because we developed them at an early age to be able to speak confidently. Because a lot of people always say kids are to be seen and not heard, and that is detrimental to the growth and success that your kids can really attain. Kennedy and Caden, I put them in the car. We go to business meetings, chamber of commerce meetings, speaking events, you name it. I keep them in environments to win, to be able to excel and learn the fundamentals of soft skills, public speaking, just the intricate details of running and operating a business, to understand the financial literacy and business acumen. So just a lot of things we've been doing, and this is the key thing. We've been consistent. Consistency. That's the secret, everybody. That is the secret. If I had to say one secret sauce, that will be it. We show up. We've been in the marketplace You guys have never seen a day where you don't see me post. You know, the kids are posting consistently. We're always at events. We're always at different activities and so forth like that. So again, I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm unveiling the behind the scenes of what we do. I'm putting out, you guys hear me say it, I'm putting out gems every day. It's up to you to pick them up though. So like with Caden with the bus, that was not an overnight deal. We worked. We worked. Caden has done countless events, countless speaking events to be able to raise the capital just to buy the bus, and then to take it upon himself to start figuring out how to do capital raises. So you guys remember he wrote a book a couple years ago, Rich Kid Guide, How to Make $10,000 under 10 years old. Well, Caden made $10,000 under 10 years old in one hit. He won a $25,000 pitch competition. Now he's in a position now where he can do a course or a book or a workshop, whatever it is that he wants to do, to teach kids how to make $50,000 before they turn 12. Caden turns 12 years old later on this month in a couple weeks, 3 weeks from now. His birthday is 22 days after mine. So he can effectively write content to teach kids and adults how to make $50,000 under 12 years old, because he's done it. He's done it. So the things that we share with you guys, it's not for entertainment. It's not just for rah-rah. We're not posting stuff, you know, like as a braggadocious kind of thing. It's just, yo, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing that works. If we do things that don't work, we'll let you know that too. Because that's one thing about coaching and mentorship and counseling, is that it cuts down the time to grow, your learning curve. Okay? So pay for speed. Man, we give out so much free dope content. Tons of content. Sometimes people may say, well, Sean, why do you give out so much free content? Are you afraid that you'll run out of content? No. Because if you ever get nervous and think that you're going to run out of content, then you don't have enough content in you. So think about all the dope free content that we give out. That's just the free stuff. Imagine what you're going to learn in the paid section when you get one-on-one coaching with us. You do family coaching. Learn how to figure out how to build kidpreneurs. We have a huge sphere of influence of other kid entrepreneurs. Man, we got Christian Truth Jones, his mom Janelle Bailey Jones, amazing. She teaches the same thing, how to build successful entrepreneurs and how to build generational wealth. Caden's buddy Nicholas by Danielle Hubbard. He has a new TV show coming out called Nick's House. We were fortunate enough to be able to see the first episode. It's amazing. It's so many different entrepreneurs out here. We got Ziggy and Tootie of Ziggy and Tootie Cakes. They are the youngest bakery owners in the country. Babe, how old is Ziggy and Tootie?
11 and 9.
Like 9, yeah. So like 11 and 9 years old roughly, building a huge business. They have a bakery down in Byram, Georgia. They actually provided the cake for the ribbon cutting this past weekend. Everybody was raving about the cake. Now, when I say they got a bakery, they don't have a bakery in their mom's house. They have a building, a brick and mortar building. So it's important to keep your kids around other kids. Many of you have heard me talk about arranged marriages. Now, we don't go as far as saying we do arranged marriages, but we do arrange proper environments for our kids to excel and grow. Let me unpackage that a little bit. Kennedy and Caden, they hang around other kids who own businesses. They hang around kids who don't own businesses. But what this does, it puts them in an environment that's conducive of meeting friends, developing lifelong relationships, and as they grow and get to that more mature age in life, they can then go wherever that goes. But now they're fishing from a pond of other like-minded kids that are like them, other kids who understand what it's like to have a bank account at 6, 7, 8 years old, what it's like to build a business, what it's like to have a net worth before you're 10, 12, 15 years old. Okay? So Caden and Kennedy, their friends are other 6 and 7 figure earning kids as well, which gives us relationships with the parents, of course. So this puts them in a position where they have a better pond from which they can fish from when it comes to selecting a mate as they get older at that age. But same thing with adults. It's like if we hang around a whole bunch of broke folks, well, guess what? We're going to be broke too financially. But the same thing if we hang around a lot of wealthy people. By default, you will become wealthy if you do the same things, if you listen to the same advice. See, broke people give broke advice. Wealthy people give wealthy advice. That's what keep each of those different classes in the classes that they're in. So there came a time where, I realized I couldn't keep listening to my friends who weren't hitting it financially, and I had to get around a different crowd of people. One of my best friends, Jeff was in law enforcement when I was in law enforcement, but I noticed Jeff was driving different, he was living different, and I just knew it was something he was doing outside of law enforcement that was creating the income that he was creating. So I talked to him, and Jeff pretty much turned me on to real estate. That's where I started 2 real estate companies when I was in law enforcement that subsequently led to me being able to retire from law enforcement early in my career and to be able to start creating different income streams, which gave me more capital to deploy in other areas where I can then start building other income producing assets, other business opportunities. So that puts us in a position now where we can afford to teach our kids, okay, you're making money in this regard. Now, what are we going to do with that money to grow it? Because the 3 money rules is, first, we got to make the money. Second, we got to be able to hold on to the money. But you don't just hold on to the money and put it in the mattress. You hold on to that money to be able to grow the money. And that's the 3rd money rule, to be able to catapult that money, be able to direct that money and direct where you want it to go and how it's going to work, and the return on the investment of the money that you're sending. So Tara and I, we are in a position right now where we're going to take on just a few families that are ready to go. They're go-getters. They are actively engaged in creating generational wealth and want to be able to leave a legacy for subsequent generations. So as I said, we're vetting out several people right now, several families that we want to work with, because our goal and our aim is we want to work with people that we're happy to work with. We're not looking to bring on projects. We're not looking to be psychologists and psychiatrists and all this kind of stuff. We're looking for people who are easy to work with, who are teachable and coachable, and more importantly, want to grow and develop and build generational wealth. So if that's you, feel free to connect with our administrative director. Her name is Chelsea Davis. She can be reached at inquiry@SeanJHarrisSpeaks.com. Again, that's Chelsea Davis at inquiry, Sean J. Harris at Sean J. Harris. Babe, what's our email for Chelsea? Inquiry Sean J. Harris Speaks at gmail.com. Yeah, I'll tag that in there. But guys, all we're doing is doing the work. We're doing the work. We're doing smart work. A lot of times we've been told work hard, but it's not about working hard. It's about working smart. Being able to leverage. That's one of the key things that will ensure your success if you learn how to leverage. Leverage your time, leverage your money, leverage your relationships. And speaking of relationships, that's one of the most important forms of capital that you can have, is relational capital. That will far exceed cash capital in so many regards, because you can maneuver and leverage much more powerful doing that. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of come on and just share a little bit with you guys. I wanted to also thank many of you guys who continue to support the Harris family unit. Those who came out and supported Caden's ribbon cutting. We had an amazing event. We had our mayor of the city came out, Ms. Jasmine Cobble. We had our Honorable Sheriff Melody Maddox of DeKalb County who came out. We had our Commissioner of DeKalb County, which is Lorraine Cochran Johnson of Super District number 7. We also had Miss Lucy McBath, who represents the state of Georgia in Washington, D.C. as the United States Congresswoman. We had Mr. Bill Allen. Guys, if you don't know who Bill Allen is, you might want to go research him. Mr. Bill Allen owns the new Black Wall Street in Stonecrest, Georgia. It's an amazing facility that businesses all black-owned businesses. It's an amazing facility. He has different programs and associations where his hotspot is engaging in youth entrepreneurship. So he brings people in from Africa and different parts of the world and just coach and train and develop them. He has a hotel facility. Many of you guys who have watched the television show Greenleaf, that's in conjunction with Oprah Winfrey, the mansion in that TV show, that's his. He owns that. So he's done some amazing things. He has an amazing project on the table right now where he's developing an amphitheater and a whole nother, for you guys in Atlanta, he's building like another Atlantic station right here in Stonecrest. But he's a phenomenal human being. You have got to get an opportunity to research him and get to meet him. But yeah, man, it's just so much going on right now. We're very thankful. Kennedy is going in a accelerated trajectory in her company. You guys know that she has a health and nutrition business where she has her own multivitamin line for children, and adults can take them as well. She has a health food journal, but she's expanding her brand into healthy salts, healthy sugars, and she's also coming up with her own proprietary blend of different spices. Oh my, Tara just came out with a brand new dress. Okay, let me get focused again. But so that's what Kennedy's working on. She has an amazing line of her signature baby doll collection, Sugar Babies. So we're just really excited what's going on. But I think it's about time for me to end this live because Tara has come out dressed, smelling good, and ready to go. She's taking me out to dinner for my birthday tonight. We're going to a nice steakhouse. Many of you guys know I'm a big steak connoisseur. And wherever I travel, I like to see who has the best A5 steak. If you've never had an A5 steak, I'm telling you, you got to get an A5.
There's different A5s.
Yeah, it's different A5s. You got to get a Tomahawk Wagyu. That is the top of the line steak. We were in Chicago a couple months back. I had one up there. Found a spot in Atlanta. I forgot the name of the spot, but they had one. There's pretty good as well. Right now, Chicago is leading. So I'm here in Miami. I'm going to check out this one tonight to see what that one is like. And now, let me tell y'all too. Tara told me if I misbehaved and wasn't good all day today, she told me that she was going to take me to Applebee's and get a steak from there. And she told me I could get 2 steaks if we went to Applebee's. But she said if I'd be good, then we could go to the place that we're going to tonight. Where we going, love? STK? Mm-hmm. We're going to STK tonight, so I'm getting my Tomahawk steak. It's like a... They got good prices for the steak here. I think the one here is like $150, $170, $175 for a steak. Now, here's the deal. There's a point in my life where I thought I would never, ever spend $175 or $250 on a steak. The one in Chicago was like $250, I think, or $225. Yeah. That one was the bomb. What's the name of that place, babe? RPM.
Yeah.
RPM Steakhouse. If you are in Chicago, RPM Steakhouse is the bum diggity. They are leading, huh? And the ambiance was nice. They are leading the race when it comes to A5 steaks. Somebody told me that Michael Jordan Steakhouse in Chicago has a good one too, so I'm gonna try that next time we're in Chicago. So tonight here in Miami, we're gonna try the STK and see how that one goes. So you guys know I'll be taking some pictures and giving my commentary on their A5.
Sure.
But guys, I appreciate all you guys that again support the Harris Family Unit and what we do, the economic value add that we provide to society, to our community, and we appreciate all you guys that support us. I'll make it official, but for anybody that's in Atlanta who was not able to attend the ribbon cutting, Caden will be doing an appearance on Saturday with the bus. I'll be putting out that information probably tomorrow or Wednesday, but it's going to be at 12 noon to 1 p.m. I think, from 12 to 1 on Saturday. Then also on Saturday we're going to be attending an event with the DeKalb County Sheriff, the most honorable Melody Maddox, the DeKalb County Sheriff. She's going to be doing an event that we're going to be out there supporting as well with the bus. So we'll be putting all the information out here in the next 24 to 48. All right, guys, I am out of here, and we are about to have some fun. Let me flip the camera around so y'all can see. So y'all can see Tara.
Why are you showing them? Why?
All right, guys, I am out of here, and we are about to have some fun. Let me flip the camera around so y'all can see. So y'all can see Tara.
Why are you showing them?